Hey, before we get started, I thought I'd just quickly explain why there wasn't a video last week for all of you who don't follow me on social media. Basically, I had to have emergency surgery. You see, I had a bit of a violent disagreement with my appendix. It wanted me to die, and I really didn't want to give in to its demands. So one of us had to go. So yeah, last week while I was supposed to be working on an episode, I was in screaming agony. Fortunately, after a week of recuperating, I'm doing much better and feel I'm ready to get started on the show again. And hey, at least this answers the question, would appendicitis work with G.I. Joe? The answer is no. Really freaking no. With that said, let's get on with the show. Hey, welcome to Half the Battle. Well, as promised, today we're going to be looking at a figure that's orange, and yet it's one that I don't hate. Meet Topside. This figure was released in 1990 with all original body parts. And the first thing you're drawn to is the chest, because it's bright orange. And look, I'm not dry-heaving, I'm not screaming, I'm not shaking uncontrollably, I'm fine with it. Because for once, it makes sense. It's a sort of life jacket. It's meant to be orange. It also leaves no doubt as to what branch of the military this guy belongs to. In fact, you know what this figure reminds me of most? World War II Navy gunners. I apologize for the picture, most footage from then is in black and white, because Hitler was holding Rainbow Brite hostage at the time. But seriously, he really does have that World War II look to him. There is one thing that's a bit unsettling. The eyes. Oh great Cthulhu, the eyes. They are the same color as his hair, making him look quite demonic up close. Hey, Topside, how you doing? I will eat your soul! One strange thing to note, instead of a belt, his pants appear to be held up by a piece of rope. And he doesn't have any belt loops. Not sure what's up with that. Maybe it's a Navy thing? His accessories consist of a machine gun, a backpack that doubles as a missile launcher with missiles, and the best one, for me anyway, a helmet. The helmet really completes that World War II gunner look and complements the figure nicely. And that was the only figure Topside ever got in the original line. He did get a Collectors Club exclusive figure in 2013, but as I don't have it, I can't really comment. It looks nice, I guess, but reminds me of a shipwreck figure from roughly the same period. Probably because the toy uses most of that body, just with a new head. It's really noticeable here. In conclusion, the figure looks pretty great and proves not all orange is hideous. With that, let's move on to the character, starting with the file card. First off, he started life helping his father raise prize-winning pigs. Yeah, this guy was a hog farmer. You know, it's been a while since we made a connection to wrestlers, but now we can see what it would be like if Henry O. Godwin joined the Joes. His nickname as a kid was even the Hogmaster. And yet the Joes call him Topside. I feel like he really dodged a bullet there. Poor Skid Mark. He wanted more in life than pigs, so he joined the Navy. At one point, he was on a ship that was transporting some Joes, hearing them boast about how tough they were. So he decided to teach them some humility by fighting them all at once. Yeah, this guy doesn't seem to be the sharpest pencil in the box. However, his boldness got him offered a spot on the Joe team. Note how the file card doesn't actually say who won the fight. Yeah, my money's on the Joes. The rest of the card goes on to say how tough he is. Strangely enough, the Collectors Club file card changes it so he doesn't fight the Joes.
Instead, he ends up saving them from an ambush.
Seems weird to me, you know? I mean, why make him less badass?
That card also states that catching Cobra is like wrestling a greased pig in the dark, and Topside is an expert on that. Why would you wrestle a greased pig in the dark? And do it enough so that you become an expert at it?
Collectors Club can be weird, yo.
As far as I could tell, Topside didn't show up in the comic, so that just leaves the cartoon.
The Deke cartoon, to be precise.
According to the internet, he shows up in just 2 stories. D-Day at Alcatraz, where he doesn't do much, and An Officer and a Viperman, where he, alongside 2 other Joes, goes undercover and becomes a Cobra recruit. Sadly, even there, he's very generic and bland, so you don't get to see much of his personality. If it wasn't for his beard, he'd be indistinguishable from the other 2. It's even more of a pity since An Officer and a Viperman is one of the rare Deke episodes that are actually quite good. And that was Topside, a very cool toy, a pig farmer who fancies himself a tough guy, but who was nondescript in the cartoon, even in a good Deke episode.
And you know, a quality Deke story is so rare, I feel it deserves to be looked at. So, you know what? Next cartoon review will be An Officer and a Viperman. Well, that's all for now. See you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share and subscribe if that's your thing.